Lunch Live with J-DAWG. Um, Give me a second, y'all. Finishing my last bite of food. So it is now becoming a problem for somebody to have an opinion. Stated my opinions on some things that's going on with a certain 3-letter agency this morning on Facebook about the people that they're trying to get a hold of and whatever they're doing. And I left my opinion on it. And apparently, it got under somebody's skin. But as far as I'm going to go with that, but I quite frankly told them what I do and my personal vehicle on social media is none of your fucking business. Now, that's what we're doing. That's none of your business. Everything I just said should sum it up for you. Let me go ahead and say this. The person that it bothered didn't read my post. They just seen what I said in the video. They didn't see what I wrote at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. I got one like. What's up, person? Who are you? Got one person in here. But before I go any further with what I'm about to say, Mr. James, what's up, girl? I have no problem whatsoever with the Latin community, the Hispanic community, the Mexican community. I have no problem with them kind of people. I work with them every day. But it's the ones that are on here talking shit about ICE. They're just doing their job, man. And I had made a video this morning. What's up? I don't know how to pronounce that. Gruff? Gruffia? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I have no problem with that kind of people. But I made a post on Facebook this morning and somebody saw it, and I caught an earful when I got to, where I make my money at every day. But yeah, man, it was a problem that I left my opinion on Facebook. And I quite politely told the guy that it's none of his fucking business what I put on my Facebook in my own personal vehicle when I'm not at this place of business on the clock. So there's that. That's the subject of the day. But like I said, and it's a Facebook post, and I said something in the video, but what I wrote above it is, I have no problem with the Hispanic community. I have no problem with Latin or America or South America. But let's think about it like this. If I was to go jump in the water and try to swim into Mexico or swim into Cuba or and come through the border illegally, what would happen? There you go. Hit that cash app, people. Thank you, Misty. What would happen? I get shot and killed before I even got up out the water, right? Right? Am I right or wrong? If I was to try to go to Russia or some other country the people that live in that country and pay taxes in that country or whatever, however they do it, wouldn't really like that, would they? They wouldn't. So it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. That type of situation. It ruffled the hell out of me, man, because this is my fucking social media, bro. This has nothing to do with my place of employment. I understand why he said something to me because of where he's from, but like I said, it wasn't directed at him or anybody that I work with. It was directed at the motherfuckers that are talking shit about people just doing their job, man. Doing their job. That's all they're doing. And now don't get it twisted. I do not approve of that 3-letter agency. Unless you come to the UK, then we put you in a hotel. Oh, okay. But anyway, if you try to do this shit down south, of the border, they're gonna shoot your ass. Especially if you come up with a stronghold of a cartel, they're gonna kill your ass. They ain't playing games with you. They ain't gonna lock you up. They're gonna kill you. So that's just what it is. But I also said I'm not taking up for the ones in that 3-letter agency of Border Patrol. I'm not taking up for the ones that are doing their job lawfully. I mean, I'm not taking up for the ones that are doing their job unlawfully. The ones that are breaking the law to make these arrests, I'm not approving of that. But if they're, doing their job within the law, means of the law, you can't get mad at them people, man. And I seen a video of this woman with that 3-letter agency word on the back of her bulletproof vest going and trying to order some food. And the guy at the counter is of a certain descent, and he's giving her shit. So when did it become wrong in America when we have freedom of speech to spill our beans or give our feelings on something over the internet? That's this day and age. That's what people do. But yeah, boy, that man was hot, boy. And when I told him what I put on my social media, what's up, Kelly Allen? How you doing? When I told him, I said, what I put on my social media ain't none of your business. It has nothing to do with you. He gave me the most evilest look, bro. I'm talking about like he wanted to punch me in my face, and I wish he would have. But it's bullshit, man. Like I was saying a while ago, if I was to try to go in another country illegally and live there and work and all that shit, that wouldn't happen. It would never take place. They would catch my ass, throw me in a prison. I mean, it's called tit for tat. You know what I mean? Karma. What goes around comes around. So, with that being said, I just had to get that off my chest. And like I said, when I began this live, I have no problem with them people. I got 2 of them standing outside the truck right now listening to everything I say. And it ain't bothering them. They ain't said not one word to me. They're some of the most loyal, hardworking people you ever see in your life. And I commend them for that. But do it the right way, bro. Do it the right way. Do it the legal way, man. Do it the legal way. I'm not, hatred towards ones trying to find asylum in other countries because their country is shit, I'm not having hate on them. But just do it the right way, man. Do it the right way. Don't do it illegally. And furthermore, if it's rustling your feathers so bad, why is it rustling your feathers so bad? You know, are you an illegal? I mean, that's all I got to say about that. That's what he said to me. Why you make something like that when you work with a bunch of people that are illegal? That's not my problem. And I don't know if you, I don't know what y'all status is. It's none of my business. Yeah, please hit that like button, like Misty said. Y'all listen to her. She's a smart woman. But I really don't do the politic thing on my channel, but this has got me flustered, man, because like I told dude this morning, my social media ain't none of your business. And if it bothers you so bad, why you on my page? And I'll go ahead and say it. That was on Facebook. It was on Facebook, and this person saw it. He didn't like it. And this person is a superior to me at my job, so I'm probably going to catch slack for this live at some point, but I really don't give a fuck. I'm within my means. I'm standing on my ground where I was born and raised in the USA. And I know a lot of people probably ain't going to like me and probably going to lose some subscribers over this one, but it is what it is, man. I'm an American. I believe in the American way, to a certain extent. I don't believe in a lot of things that are going on. I don't like what's taking place. But, I mean, a lot of these people that are coming in, why do you think they come in illegally? Bloodhound Nation in the house. That's right. With the corn porn, baby. But what I'm saying is, like, hell, I don't know what I'm trying to say, y'all. I just know that I ain't got no problem with the Latin or Hispanic community. They're the most loyal, some of the most loyal, hardworking people you ever meet and see in your life. And that's facts. And we kind of, the white individual, the white male is the most hated enemy in America right now. I could start coming out with some facts that'll probably piss a lot of people off if they was to see it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add fuel to the fire. But I mean, the white man or the white race did not. How do I say this without getting my live booted? The S word that has ERY, ERY on the end of it. We didn't start that. That started somewhere else and ended its way up over here. We stopped it. We stopped it. We didn't start it. We stopped it. Just because we participated in it don't mean everybody did. Red love matters. What you mean by that, Misty? I know you ain't on my live talking about some damn Millie Red. Oh, life matters. Everybody matters. Dude, I had to vent. I had to vent to somebody. I had to vent to something because that shit pissed me off this morning, man. As soon as that mug walked out the office door, he was up in my grill. Why you, baby? Hold up. Time out, motherfucker. Red, yep, that's right. There you go. That's exactly right. We all bleed red. We all bleed red. And we all under the reign of one king. The master up there. And it had to be this way, man. It had to be this way. If God would have made everybody the same and everybody had the same color to their pigment, everybody had the same kind of this, that, we couldn't call it the world, because it would be one thing. Everybody had one type of shit. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be diversified. Culture, it's a part of the world, but you can't come into a country and expect to change it to your values and your ways when you're not an American. It don't work that way. That'd be like me. Oh, I'm gonna go to, like if I was to go to Canada or some other country and try to start pushing my agenda and my beliefs and my rules or American policies and ways in that other country, what would happen? Answer that question for me. I'd be dead. If I told him, hey, what I put on my social media ain't none of your damn business. I didn't say damn to him, but I said what I put on my social media ain't got nothing to do with my job, and that's my business. Boy, oh, I seen it written all over his face, in his eyeballs. Health, bro. What you mean health? What you mean health? What you mean, RV? Yes, exactly right. It's absolutely free to be here. Absolutely free. RV Midwest. What you mean, dog? Or dog it, whatever you are. I don't even know if you're male or female, what you are, man. I just know you've been cool with me. So what is health, bro? What does that mean? How am I supposed to take that? Hello, man. I am autistic, but I support you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you supporting me, man. I mean, hey, salute. Oh, okay. My bad. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of on a rant today. I appreciate you supporting me though, Adam M. And there's nothing wrong with being autistic, buddy. I think people that are autistic like you, I think they've been touched a little bit extra by God, man. Y'all some. I've seen some very, 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 very smart autistic people, man. Very, very intelligent. Very intelligent. So you have my support too, brother. Let me get some hearts in the chat for the autistic community, huh? Let me get them hearts in the chat for the autistic community. Yeah, man. Let me get the hearts. Let me get the hearts for peace, huh? We need them hearts in the chat for peace and love for every kind of community there is. There it is. There they come. There we go. Come on. Bring them on, baby. Bring them on. Yes, sir. Peace and love, my people. Peace and love. But the fact still remains, man, that, people got to be we gotta stand for something. You'll fall for anything, man. So we gotta put our foot down the shit that ain't right. Because like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot and we was try to go to another country, what would happen? I asked to get locked up and thrown in prison somewhere and forgot about the rest of our life. And that's facts. And y'all can't tell me that it ain't. Y'all can't tell me it ain't. Okay, where my cigarettes go? Can't find my smokes, man. Oh. I can't find my cigarettes. There you go. Look at Miss Jane. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. But yeah, man, Adam, man, I ain't got no problem with nobody, bro. I ain't got no problem with nobody. Nobody. People as an individual person, I judge character, bro. I don't judge color or I don't judge color, religion, none of that shit, bro. None of it. I judge character. What you have up here and what you have in your heart. That's what I judge you by. So when that man came out the building this morning and was talking his shit to me, it told me exactly what kind of character he is. What kind of character he's got. But I don't think I would be having them problems no more because I blocked 2 individuals from my Facebook. It's a free country. I should be able to get on my Facebook and say whatever I want to. Freedom of speech, right? You would think so. And then I could tell that he tried to further the situation by going above, the chain of command. But nothing come of it. So far, nothing's come of it. But I mean, I don't know if it will in the future or not. But I really don't care. Live and let live. That's right, baby. That's right, baby girl. Live and let live. I don't cast judgment on nobody. Because you're not supposed to. Tupac Shakur said it best. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. So you ain't supposed to judge nobody. And what I said this morning on my Facebook, I wasn't judging anybody. I just said, okay, I'll come out and say it. The post that I said something about, the person said, fuck ICE. That's what they said. I said, no, it ain't fuck ICE. It's fuck you if you're here illegally, is what I said. And then I followed that while making a statement above my video. What I just said was on the video. The statement that I wrote above that, I said, don't get it twisted. I'm not taking up for the ICE agents that are doing their job illegally and unlawfully. I'm taking up for the ones that are doing it legally and lawfully. And then I said, I have no problem with the Hispanic community. I have no problem with if you're from another country, I have no problem with you, is what it boils down to. But just don't try to come in my country illegally. That takes away from us, man. That takes away from our country, our resources. That puts a problem on our financial system. You know what I'm saying? And it's vice versa. If Americans start trying to go some other country and try to seek asylum, what would happen if we done it illegally? That's all I'm gonna say. What would happen? People get mad, boy. They be getting mad as hell. They try to lock us up, throw us away, kill us. Like I said a while ago, the white American male is the most hated individual on the face of the planet right now. And everybody talks shit about America so much, then why does everybody want to come here so bad? No, well, if we are so bad and our country's so bad, and we're, the worst at this and the worst at that, then why are y'all trying to come over here? Somebody trying to lie. I wonder who that is. Misty saying America is loved. I'm sorry. I know that the American government is dirty and they do it, but as far as like other than that, I believe this is the greatest country in the world, man. I mean, there's a lot of countries out here. They got that tell you what you like. Okay, China for example, they tell you how many kids you can have. They tell you where you can and can't live. Literally, I do like one thing that China just passed: the death penalty for the PDF files. Yeah, they putting you to death over there for that. Hoorah! As you should be. And then they try to, oh, well, you can't call them that no more. You got to call them a minor attracted person. No, you don't get the luxury of being called something else. You get called what you are for what you are and what it is. Uh-oh, who we got here? Is that my buddy Rupp? What up, Crowny? What's up, big dog? All right, so now the Corrupt's on here. Let me fill him in real quick, bro. I made a statement video this morning on Facebook because this person made a statement talking about fuck ICE, right? Right, Misty? Facts. It said fuck ICE. I said, no, it ain't fuck ICE. It's fuck you if you're here illegally, is what I said. But then the statement that I made above it, on top of it, was don't get it twisted. I have no problem with the Hispanic community. I have no problem with people from other countries. But it's the ones that are talking shit about ICE that bother me. Because if we was to try to go to another country and get in there illegally, what would happen to us? But I said, the ICE agents that are doing their job unlawfully need to be strung up by their toes and hung. Let's put it that way. But the ones that are doing their job by the way of the law, lawfully, standing in right with what they're doing, why are you hating on them, bro? And if, like I said, if we was to go to somewhere else, it would be the same thing. We'd be getting arrested and extradited back to our country. So, but when I got to work this morning, somebody in my superior saw that and had something to say about it. He said, why you make video like that on the Facebook? Because I can. Facts. Thank you, Rupp. But yeah, my somebody that's higher than me on the chain of command had something to say about that because of where he's from, and I quite frankly told him it's none of your business what I put on my Facebook, and if it bothers you, you can stay off my page. And he said, yeah, man, but you say something about illegal people. You work with all these people that are what? I didn't know that. I don't know. That's none of my business. I don't know what your status is. So get up out my grill. I didn't say that to him, but like when I told him it ain't none of his business, he looked at me and I could read his eyeballs. He said his eyeballs was saying, "I'm about to punch you in your mouth." And he gave me a look of if I could have been dead, man, I've been dead 5 times over when that man looked at me like that. You you on my native land, bro. I'm not saying this shit while I'm standing on your soil in your country. You know, these people are saying this shit when they stand in my country. I'm getting tired of it, bro. I'm getting sick of it, man. A criminal is a criminal. And most of the people that have come here illegally and that they have arrested, it's a funny thing that all of them have charges from other countries of being criminals. It's a tricky situation, man. That's why you, as individuals, have to stand where you see it. And I know I'm standing where I see it and how I see it, Bob. Facts, corrupt. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, man. Misty's one of my day ones. Corrupt's one of my day ones. Always loyal to the channel, man. And for that, man, I'm very appreciative. But yeah, boy, it was a heated situation at the office this morning. But I wish they would try to fire me for saying something on Facebook. That's a lawsuit and a half. Y'all ready, amigos? Ready? See, I work with them. Don't bother me at all. But we're gonna get up off here, man. I'm about to head down the road to the next one. Hashtag help each other win. Hashtag stay strapped. And hashtag count your blessings because tomorrow is never promised. And always, always, always tell a friend to come to Joshua Gosling 420. Oh no, J-DAWG 420 Life and Reacts. Like, comment, subscribe. Right. What's up, Actions? You caught me when I was leaving, bro. But I'm about to get up off here, man. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Deuces.